Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time zone where you are watching us from. My name is Emelike Jessen Irebu, and this is Focal Point. Focal Point is where we discuss trending issues around Abia State and Nigeria in general. And in today's episode of our interaction, we are focused on Abia State Diaspora Commission. We want to dig deep into the Abia State Diaspora Commission to know exactly what are the aims and objectives and what the Commission stands to benefit Abians in the diaspora. And today on the hot seat, well, not really a hot seat, but a panel of discussion. Today on my seat, I have a member of the Commission, a respected Abian in her own right. I have with me Ambassador Reverend Dr. Ani Onu. Ani Onu is from Abia State, from Arochukwu local government in Abia State. And of course, as I said earlier on, she's one of our respected Abian. Reverend, you're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Is there something I'm missing out from the introduction?
Well, if you tried your best, it's Ani Onu Onwuchekwa.
Okay.
The official.
Just like I told our viewers, I said today we are focused on the commission which you are a member. So the first question I'm going to start from is to ask you, what exactly, I know this commission came up before the emergence of Governor Alex Otti. It's been there, but we do not know so much about it. So I want to ask you today, what exactly is the Abia State Diaspora Commission? What is it and what does it stand for? What are the aims and objectives?
Oh, wow. Thank you very much for having me, Remenike. It's always a nice time having time with you, and we appreciate the work you do.
Thank you very much.
What you work hard with your team.
Thank you.
So we are welcoming you in the Diaspora Commission office today.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, the Abia State Diaspora Commission board is a good route. As you know, this board has been here before. Our governor, His Excellency, Tokandu Governor, our effective governor, before the Lord gave him the mandate for him to renew Abia to his glorious state. So the commission has been there for the past government, and they've done what they have to do. But this is a new era, and that new era is the area of His Excellency and all the team that God has assembled together to bring Abia to the glorious state. So now it's a new dawn for the Diaspora Commission board to showcase what people are supposed to know and supposed to see, and that is why His Excellency put us together, to achieve that, to line up onto his own vision, what he wants the commission to look like. And what is it all about is to leverage, to create awareness between the diasporans, all Abians and globally, wherever the Abians are, and to bring them back home, and also to draw people that's in homeland, to come together as a synergy, to work together for us to share experience, impart what people in diaspora know, and to impart it in the people in the homeland, and also the people in the homeland impart the people in diaspora, what they need that will be useful, to bring Abia in a global map, according to the the vision of His Excellency. So what did I mean by that? We want to draw investment. We want to, because as you could see, when I was talking to people last time, they said, "Oh, are we going to eat infrastructure?" I said, yes, because if you notice, people travel abroad. Why? Because they want to see light. They want to see good roads. They want to see that when you go to supermarkets, it's on 24 hours. Why? Because there is light. You can be on the road 24 hours. Why? Because there is light. If you are in a place where there is darkness, you cannot move 24 hours. It is impossible. Business cannot be able to drive when there is no light, when there is no good road, when there is no water. So, and His Excellency being somebody that has been in this state for a long time, his economic view is impeccable. Before even his appointment, he has been writing, on a daily newspaper, about the economic in Nigeria, how Nigeria is well. So all this experience is gathered, and what God has given to him, he's now pouring it. So what are we doing here? Is to let people know that infrastructure is the first key for Abians. Why? Because any investment we, the diasporans, are bringing, we want to make sure that the security is there. Want to make sure that the environment is safe. Want to make sure that infrastructure that they need to function in a safe environment is being placed. And that awareness is what we, the diasporans, we want to showcase. To tell people in diaspora, actually, you could come back home. There is a lot of things that is happening. You could do investment. You could bring any skills that you have acquired outside the country, bring it in the homeland, and join the queue to see the new Abia and to the
Okay,
of it.
that's very elaborative. So we can, in summary, say that this agency, the aims and objective is the collaboration between Abians in the diaspora and Abians in the homeland, as they call them,
Yes,
to team up to make Abia great.
absolutely.
Okay, that's a wonderful one. We are still on our show, focal point, where we are looking at Abia State Diaspora Commission. We're analyzing it, and we're speaking with a member who has given us an overview of what the commission is all about. Moving forward, I want to ask, you guys were appointed some few months now, and you've been up and running. What exactly are we going to point out as what you guys have been able to achieve this few period? Or are you still trying to put yourself together?
Well, as you know, there's a saying that says, when you are cooking a good food, you don't need to be so much in a hurry, because if you be in a hurry, you just dish out rubbish for people to eat. But when we come in, there is nothing in this very commission, nothing, literally nothing. Nothing was happening at the time we come into the on the scene. But right now, the commission, we're working on the homecoming to because His Excellency wants us to bring people in the diaspora, because last I think it was January, we did, there's a homecoming, people come from the diaspora, we hosted them here, and the turnout was good, the input was good, it was interesting, it was very, very communicative. So His Excellency was happy about that. So he wanted us to, for us to bring that. This time around, it's in a larger scale. Different people with different skills are coming in to showcase what they have, to the people in the homeland. And in doing that, the people in diaspora will now feel what they can do, how they can look at the investments, different areas of the locations, whether it's Aba, whether it's Omahia, whether it's Uganda, all the 17 local governments, they will look at where they can do investment, agriculture, IT, production, manufacturing, whatever their skills are, be it training, be it your media, whatever thing they are doing and doing well, they cannot bring it here. One, to know that there is peace in Southeast, and that peace was driven by His Excellency. He is the one that made the peace in Southeast, to be functioning. And so the diasporans, as they are coming for this December, they will see that they can move freely. Then, having said that, there's other things that we have done. Listening skills. When I come in here, I find out that there is nothing really, and foundation is the key. We need to prepare the people. We need to open up their minds. We need to get them ready for the investment that is coming. Because if we don't, they will not be able to grab the speed His Excellency is moving. So now, when I saw that gap, I have to, communicate and say, this is what we need to do for. So we try to establish the listening skills, and we designed that. So that is listening skills. Why is it important? It's important because no matter how you do, you try to do your investment and everything. If you don't prepare people's heart, they will not be able to receive it. They will not be able to know what the kind of food you're about to eat. So I thought we need to do that so that all the things His Excellency is doing, with other executive arms, these people need to know that one, they have to work together with all their departments. They need to have the listening skills. They need to know that this project needs time, and that time needs patience, and that patience needs your motivation. You need a teamwork. It's a synergy. So when you prepare them on that level, give them that workshop, they go into it, prepare them how your boss reacts. Probably has a long day. You don't know the kind of stress he has gone through. You don't know what was happening. And thank God now we have good roads. If you have to go through potholes and all that, coming to the office, how you feel that,
it takes the stress.
Exactly. So it's like, give me this and that and that. It's like, oh, my boss is that. But now there's no pothole. Every road is working. There is street lights. But then there is other factors that can happen in the office. If your boss gives you an instruction, probably the person you are giving the instruction is going through one thing or the other. Is looking at one factor that is hindering him or her not to listen or not to pay attentive. And then there is that gap, So, we have to walk them through those skills, how they can pay attention, in their job when they come. Those little things matters. And we also have to let them know that when these investors come, there is how in professional way, how you do things, and then you carry people along. How you can appreciate every little thing somebody do. It's not everything that you will respond. It's not every question, every gossip that you pay attention to. There's some things that causes distraction, and that distraction is time wasting. So, but the big picture is what our governor is doing. What is that? Projecting Abia in a global platform where we will no longer be tolerated, but we will be respected. And that is very big thing for any Abia, that we will be celebrated rather than tolerated. There is a difference. In the past, we are being tolerated. We are just at the back. You can't even say you're an Abian. You can't even say you're from the south. It's like, no, it's a taboo. You hide yourself. But now you are so proud because you are being celebrated because of what His Excellency is doing. So now, after we did that, listening skills, we plan for because of how the budgeting is for now, we plan for 50 delegates. We have 110. And it was like, wow, So this is how we're so excited. In this office.
Okay.
In this office. So, and again, to make it effective, we make sure that there is evaluation, because that is how you know things that you do. So we create, evaluation report. How did this, this workshop has done for you? What did you gain out of it? What are the things that is most crucial? And most of them come out through this. Why they were so excited. They were just begging us for us to repeat it because they've never seen it in this level, before. They've never seen it in this level. So they were like, oh my God. So somebody can really humbly bring them in and teach them these things. Oh, God bless Governor. God bless Governor today. They were just praising His Excellency for that, And another thing that will interest you that we has also achieved as as a commission. Yeah, as a commission. This is for the first time that Abians will be stranded outside the country human trafficking is a very big thing, as you know. And this very young girl was a victim to that, and then they took her to Senegal. So for some reason, to God be the glory, he entered into the ears of the Honorable Commissioner for Human Affairs. So she called me. She said, Rev, this is your face.
Yes.
That you guys should do something. Take this one. And thank God I'm around. Thank God, I was available. So I picked it up, then called the embassy in Senegal. First of all, I have to investigate it because His Excellency has worked so hard to bring Abian's name in a very clean plate. So we cannot afford anybody to just stain what he has worked hard, to do. So I had to do the investigation, what's her name, her village in Abia. How did you get there? What happened? And she started to narrate her story, how she was cunning, that there's a job there, only for them to make her to service 60 men. 60 men for a day, because there's a target of some certain amount of dollars she has to, and when she refused, she was brutally beaten. It was an eyesore. So then I now had to call the authorities over there to make sure that the information she is giving is correct. So where did she base? She based in Lagos before this incident happened. Okay, what are you doing? She explained everything. So I pick up the call, and then I followed it up. I contacted them, and I said that nothing so ever must tamper with this girl. Because if anything tamper with this girl, you guys is gonna see us in action. And then they assured me. And I said, okay, right now there's no facility for her to come back. So we need to also go through the process of that. It was a long hassle and it was long talk. I committed the ambassador, the honorable ambassador that is there, we're communicating back and forth. And then we got the security checked out, arranged the security, take her over the border, and she packed her things. And when she was packing her things, and I said to them that nothing must happen to her, and then they said, oh, nothing. They promised me, get her the traveling certificate, and this is it. And this is how she was packing her things, when she was so happy, and
wow.
She was so happy, and she was so happy. She said, oh, God bless you. You see how she's in the canter, So, and I said to them, somebody should go to Lagos, so our distance to receive her. And then they did that. And they brought her back safely. So their family was so happy.
So she's back safely now.
Oh my God, she's so happy. And she said she wanted to come to the office, that she can, come here and then see us, so we can make her. So I share that as well, to the team. All of us were happy that she's back safely, and she's now back to her, to her feet. But there is another still challenge, because when you do these things, you also need to help them how they can, get themselves back in the system, because emotionally, mentally, there is something those things work on you. One, it affects their ecosystem, it affects their self-esteem, it affects the value, how they look at themselves. So we're still on that. That's another set of workshop that we're gonna do, to make sure they, they get that. And also another one we, on now is to exchange program for competition. And that is primary and secondary school. Because there's education department, they're working a lot. And the education department, they have done a lot of things. But there's a difference between the teaching method in our homeland and how people proceed information outside. So then as a commission of the board, what we now want to look into is the less privileged, how we can help, to help them, the physical challenge, those who are not able to, to get education. So this competition is actually set out, for them, and it's happening on the 19th to the 20th of October. They will do it. So when they did that competition, when they pass, we're doing it with a company called His. His is a very known company. The first of all, they established in Nigeria, they're gonna establish bigger in abroad. So we are so happy, to collaborate with them in that sense.
Yes, you've narrated so much what your agency have been doing, and then you gave us an insight into what your agency wants to do as regards the homecoming. Who is funding the homecoming?
Well, that's a good one. It's a teamwork. Look at it that way. It's a teamwork because Americans say don't think of what your country will do for you. Think of what you do for your country. So, as you know, that we can't leave the burden for being on one side. They say you have to be a share kind of value. So then logistically, we need to look at it in depth, and make sure this time when there is hunger, so what we are doing is evaluate the costs and how it's going to impact people in homeland and how it's going to impact people in diaspora. So which means if diasporans will put some support, homeland will put support, and together, it will work out well to the glory of God.
Okay, let me also look at, since your commission was inaugurated and you as a member was also inaugurated, how has the diasporans received? How have they received you guys? How's the collaboration? Are they interested? Is there enthusiasm in them? What can you put us in?
Well, since we've been inaugurated, first of all, the diasporans, they were so happy because when the government come in, it was not, we were not putting immediately, as His Excellency was putting things in place and arranging things, being effective person that he is, and he wanted to get the best, for the state anyway. So then when we now come in, people were excited that, oh, thank God, there's something now that will be happening, because it was like, absolutely. So when we now come on board, they were happy. We are not yet there, but we are trying our best. Yes, we're trying to get there, and we believe that it's going to get better.
Okay, let me go a little bit back up. We are still in our program focal point. I'm still interacting with a member, Reverend Ono. We're still discussing about the commission of the State Diaspora Commission. Let me go back a little bit. In the last dispensation of former Governor Okezi Bazu, there was a particular land that were given to diaspora commissions then, and there were some struggles as regards who will get a property, who will not get a property. It was something else. Is this government still interested in making available property on estate for diasporans?
Oh wow! Of course, our head lead is a governor that is interested in investment. And not only that he's interested in investment, he's interested in the well-being of every Abian. This is just, for us as a board, we are so happy because we know that, and even the diasporans globally, they are happy because of the type of governor they have. Do you understand? And what is it all about? He wants us to have a good place. He wants all Abians, whether you are abroad, whether you're homeland, for you to be comfortable. And the certain thing about His Excellency is that it's not because that you're in diaspora. No, he wants everybody, all Abians, to be comfortable. So that land, he has made available for the diasporans. It's for them also, as I said, I keep on saying, for them to make use of it in a very, very useful way that will also impart investment, impact growth, for the homeland. So there is more that will be coming later. We'll let you know in a fullness of time about more details about the land and the smart city as well when that time comes.
Okay, that's okay. The name will become smart city. Okay, Okay, the name will be called Smart City. That's a wonderful name.
No, that's another thing altogether.
Altogether.
As I said, the food is cooking.
It's cooking.
It's
Very soon you will start seeing the dishes.
Yeah, different type of, different type of dishes.
Okay, you've been talking so much. Almost everything you say, you've been bringing in the governor of Abia State, Governor Alex Otti has done this, has done that. Let me now ask you, this government has been on above 1 year now. What is your evaluation if you are to score this government between 1 to 100? What are you going to score this government at this moment?
Oh, wow. 100 over 100. 100 over 100. I'm countless.
Why are you going to score this government 100 over 100?
I will score them 100 over 100. Why? Because His Excellency and all the team, we value the people capacity, health and well-being, right? Look at, when some people say infrastructure, it's not only infrastructure. Look at the roads, look at the education, look at the hospitals, look at the business. Go to Aba and see what has, when you've been to Aba before, it's always good for people, when people don't know, when people don't appreciate good thing, what God has given to them, they tend to run it down. When you go to Aba before, even going from Aba to Port Harcourt, you'll be there for more than 8 hours. And God help you if your car did not break down on the road. But you go there now, within 2 hours, 30 minutes, you were from Port Harcourt to Umahia, right? Not only that, look at the lights. When God talks about let there be light, and there was light, the Bible said, darkness comprehended it not. It is a powerful word. Do you understand? So look at, when you go, you see lights, for you to be able to go. And then we talk about the refuge point. Before Umahia, Umahia was a glorious village in the past. But it's not like that now. It's a new story altogether. You walk on the streets, you could see that. Do you know that because of His Excellency, properties in Umahia, before, you could get a duplex for 150,000, even 60,000. Now you can't even get it for 3 million. So what are we talking about? He has rebranded everything. He has given it a new lift that people, that even the devil is aware that there is dynamic anointing happening in Abia State. I'm telling you. So people, even we, when we traveled, you talk about it, we know with pride. I traveled and I had to visit Nigerian Commission. I have an appointment with the Minister of Education, to let him know what our board is all about, and if any Abians are having any challenges, and so this is what, our governor doesn't want any of Abians to be stranded, for them to feel as if they have no governor. See, Americans can kill anybody for one person. Do you understand? Look at Israel. Everybody, you have to value your own. And that is what His Excellency is doing. He wants to make sure that every Abia, whether child, old, you are being valued, you are being treasured. Look at the pensioners. Many years ago, people, hunger, they will do undo. But now they are smiling, So when you see somebody that cares in that level, and let me tell you, this very government is divine. It's a mandate, and it cannot be stopped. Nobody can stop it because it's a mandate from God. And we haven't even done anything yet. The more is about to come, when people will be taking visa to come to Abia State. When people will be applying, how can I come? How many will be checking how long? And we will check, who is coming, who is going. And let me tell you another thing, security. For you to be able to go in a place and stay safely and come back. Come on now. Look at what he did. People are sleeping. A lion went and just clear up everywhere. Clean, dusted. People cannot travel and come. The people from that side, they did the last year, December party, they were full of Thanksgiving. I went there to video, for His Excellency.
To the diaspora?
Yes.
Wow.
they were so excited. They were so excited as God bless Governor Alex Otti, God bless their place, Camilla. They can't even go there. Do you understand? So it's 100 upon 100. And let me tell you another thing. Not only that, he says that our first lady is also in another dimension.
As the governor calls.
I'm telling you. Do you understand? The exceptional first lady. The exceptional first lady. When you go to other states, you see what their first ladies they are doing. They are not doing anything. You can't compare them with what we have. Our first lady, she's a godly woman. She understands the feeling of a mother and children. She goes to all those motherless the hospitals. She goes to visit them. So it's like a teamwork. And we as diasporans, we need to appreciate what God has given, and we appreciate it. But the challenge is that the people in the homeland need to appreciate this government more.
Okay, while we are winding down on our interaction, it's important I ask you. We've talked about what your agency, your commission has done, and we've talked about also what your agency, your commission intends to achieve, especially the homecoming. We've also looked at, you've evaluated the governor and his cabinet, you give them 100 over 100. I want to now ask, what exactly are diasporans? What are those things that diasporans can see that they have enjoyed or they will enjoy from this particular government?
Awesome. Thank you so much. This very question is also dear, to me and as a person. For people in diaspora, they're enjoying security first. They're enjoying that their governor communicates with them on a monthly basis. Because His Excellency is a man that teaches, he's a mentor. So he created that route. You always there monthly when he communicates to the Abians.
Correct.
Yeah? So he communicates with them, he let them know what the roadmap is. Because when you look at the word of God, it says 29, it says, I know the thoughts I have for you. The thoughts to give you peace. For you to prosper and bring you into a good expectation. That is what His Excellency is doing. Is taking the Abians, bringing them to a godly expectation where Abia, number one, God's own state, supposed to be. So he's communicating that to all the Abians in diaspora. They are aware of it. Every month end, the media team, they are doing excellent job. They gathered, and the people that is heading there, I mean the SS to governor for for information and media, they are doing a great job. They set everything, and His Excellency come there and speak to people in diaspora and tell them this is where we are, this is what we are doing, this is what we are about to do, this is what we have achieved, and this is how we're going to go about it. So everybody is on the known. So when we have all this enemy of progress trying to, downcast what he's doing for one thing or another, and I'm like, the road, whether you're from any part of the party or anything, you will use the road, you will use the water. Do you understand? So that we need to try to appreciate what the government is doing, because they are not doing it for their own. Is for everybody. So for diasporans, we enjoy that. We enjoy the the security, the safe ambience. If you're coming, there's no more kidnapping. In our state, there's no more. There's a lot of restaurant. If you go to where you see that there's a lot. But now in Omahia, people are having their fun. Doing things. Things are happening, and more business are coming to Abia. So we enjoy that. And another thing, creating an enabling environment is very important in every government. People go to abroad. Why? You want to go to shop, because a government creates an enabling environment in creating economic value. So that's what His Excellency is doing. Because remember, as a banker, as somebody who knows how he can put one and two together and multiply it. So we are enjoying that.
Okay, we are still on this show, even though we are wrapping up now. This is Focal Point, and we have built our focus on Abia State Diaspora Commission. On a final note, What would be your advice to those in diaspora and those in homeland in making sure there is synergy to bring about development to homeland?
Well, my advice would be home is home.
Yes, you've been home sometime now.
You can't take it from me. I come home, because home is home. Yes, we might be people in diaspora, get it, done it, the other, but there is nothing like being home. I speak my Igbo dialect. I am a true born of Aruchukwu Kingdom. And nobody can take that from me. And I'm proud of it. And that's what we Adamazi, that's correct. So that's what we project back home in diaspora. So you need to come back home. At the end of the day, no matter how you speak, express, English people doesn't care. They don't want to know. They want to take the best out of you and leave you empty. So we need to gather strength, experience, everything, and bring it back home and make our home better. So my advice would be, don't forsake homeland. Come and enjoy homeland. Invest in homeland. Talk about it. Any challenges, you have a government that is listening. That is why we are here as the board. In fact, by the time we finish this office, you know that this is your own embassy. Every challenges you have, we will solve it here. Anything, we have the tools, the equipment, the communication, the manpower that we will make you feel comfortable. This is your embassy. Enjoy it. And when you come December, by special grace of God, you will see everywhere will be so set, welcome you, make you feel
comfortable.
Not only comfortable, make you feel special that you are. So be a good Abia and make your state proud and make the head, the visionary, the mantle carrier, our dear governor and his wife, make them proud.
Thank you very much. We have just spoken with Ambassador Reverend Dr. Annie Onu. She has given us an insight into the activities of the commission, and we thank her very much for that. So it's left for you to drop your comments. Make sure you drop your comments and share this our content so that everyone in diaspora will see and also enjoy and also know what to expect when they are coming back home during the homecoming. God bless you and have a wonderful day. Thank you.